I genuinely feel like singing some Andrew Lloyd Webber, 1980s musical vibe. I feel a bit of Barbara Dixon, Elaine Page. Good evening, Ghost. Just as of Sunday, wasn't it good? Wasn't he fine? Anyway, was it great? Wasn't it great? It was great. Thank you to everybody who could make it, who came along. It was so wonderful to see everyone. There's such a lovely, there's a really lovely atmosphere of loads of smiles, reassuring looks. Look, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure it's because it's mostly women. There were some very, very lovely men there as well, but if I can just focus on the women, there were older women, younger women, um, a spectrum of classes, socioeconomic status, and just absolute wonderful camaraderie. I think everybody felt welcome. There were quite a few people that came, women that came, who didn't know anybody and were quite worried about coming. And I, I think they felt really welcome. I think they had a really lovely time. Really lovely time. I'm just reading the comments about my singing. I try my best. I try not to ruin it with singing too much. You've seen Barbara 6 times. I can do a good Barbara Streisand on a karaoke. So that will require an invite to your home. And then I'll do my anyway. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Sunday. I felt some of the speeches were so moving. What is really important, what I think was definitely achieved, is that different women from different perspectives who maybe are having different struggles spoke up. And I hope that because there were a range of voices, it makes those of you who didn't feel like they could come this time, that next time they can come. I'm just going to consult my calendar whilst I'm here. Pencil this in. I haven't consulted my lovely friend Venice, but I'm going to say pencil in your diary for a picnic in the park and a jolly good roundup of free speech on the 27th of June. That's a Sunday. That's the 27th of June. Bring a picnic. We did have a bit of a nightmare trying to get in with COVID restrictions into an appropriate place to drink afterwards, but that is the way of these meetings, that everybody goes and has something nice to drink and then all gets to know each other, and it's lovely. So there were weird restrictions, so get ready. Make sure you've washed your picnic blanket if you require one. If you need to bring a seat, get a lightweight aluminium thing so that you can sit in the park. We will meet at Hyde Park Corner, Speakers Corner. I think midday was good. These are subject to change, but let's say for now, I'm thinking that we go along for midday, have an hour and a half or more of speeches, depending on who can make it. If you can make it, make it. You've got enough time to plan now. If you're a single parent and you want to get rid of your children for a weekend, I suggest doing that. I mean, look, children are welcome. I'm not saying they're not, but I don't think it's necessarily a great place for kids. If you certainly don't have another your partner with you who can maybe whisk off the children, because I do think it is a bit of an adult vibe, a bit of an adult space. I certainly don't take my kids, but that's for an array of reasons. But it is up to you. But it is predominantly women, grown-up women. Some have children, some don't. Some may reduce their swearing, some may not. Anyway, it's up to you. So 27th of June. What was good? So for those of you that couldn't make it, didn't have the money, didn't have the courage, just felt like it wasn't really for you, maybe you were put off by the rain that fell. The great thing about the end of June is it's less likely to be raining, and even if it is raining, it's also not going to be cold. And what happened when it rained? What happened when it rained at Speaker's Corner, as you can see on my Instagram, is loads of these went up. It was a pleasure. Let me just show you that, if I can do a quick share of my Instagram. You know how good I am at these things, so do bear with. Oh, here we are. Here, share. Oh, bloody hell, I'm sharing myself. Okay, so this is the new look adult human female store, and on it is my Instagram. It's the quickest way I can show you. And then over here, look, this is a couple of images from Speaker's Corner. These are ones of myself because they've been sent. So all those umbrellas, it was really lovely when they all sort of came along. It was a really lovely thing to see, and everyone felt fantastic because they are fantastic. And there you see here. This is a German definition. So for French, Spanish, and German speakers, I am going to bring out a very limited edition of definition t-shirts for you to purchase. It will be a limited run. You'll be given fair warning to place your orders, and then I will make the order. So rather than have hundreds of stock of those t-shirts, I will do a limited run of those particular t-shirts so that you can all purchase them. What else? Did you join in? Did you join the live chat? Was it lively? I suspect it was. Let me have a look. We can't see. You can't see. Oh, that's really annoying. Let me see if I put it somewhere else. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to do it again. I'm so sorry. This product can be found. No, now I've got other stuff going on. Okay, right. Let me just do that again. I'm going to try and share it again. Maybe I'll Safari share it rather than my own. Perhaps that's what I've done wrong. Oh, God, I'm so rubbish at this. Okay, let's try again. Right, I'm going to come back to you to see if you can see it. Can I come back to you? I'm such a technical wizard. Oh, now I've paused my screen sharing. Oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I think you can see this. Okay, so I'm going to take you into my Instagram. If this doesn't work, then I'm just an absolute imbecile. So here is the sea of umbrellas across here. Look, if I just shade it, and then they are here, along with the dog whistles, and that was great too, and everybody started whistling. So I'm hoping you saw that. If you didn't, I'm not doing it again because I just feel like an absolute fool. Yes. There. Okay. So I really did love just the whole thing. So 27th of June, I'm giving you this. What happens when I do one of these events or anything exciting? I then start waking up at like 5:30 in the morning, and it's a terrible thing. And then by the time the event happens, I'm absolutely exhausted. So the umbrellas are on the adult human female store. That's how you support us. That's how you support what we do. That's how you support us going in and bringing people in from the silence and isolation of cancel culture into the fold and into women. We had a range of speakers, some men. I'm sure you all watched it. But, it was good. And we kept them really short and sweet. So I think that's it. The brollies looks much more pink in the daylight. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Leslie. I will agree with you. It did feel, I don't know, it was just lovely. So I've got some photos to share. I have to get my other admin on Standing for Women because I'm banned to share pictures. Look, as a reminder, I'm not the only person that's been banned from everything. But currently, I'll just read the list again if I can remember them. I can't sell on Teespring. Awesome merchandise won't make anything for me. I'm banned from signing a petition on change.org. I am banned from posting on Mumsnet. I'm banned from posting on Twitter. I am banned from Facebook currently. It's my third 30-day in a row ban. So probably out of the last 90 days, I've had about 5 days where I could post on Facebook. I am banned from, first of all, I was banned from all Labour Party forums, Green Party forums, Conservative Women's Party, which is a very old political party specifically for women. The reason I'm banned from that is I went to a lunch and I asked Maria Miller, who was there, what is a woman? And she sort of said, can I answer that later? And wouldn't answer it. And then the head of Conservative Women, who it's very much like French and Saunders, stuff and nonsense, you know, a lot of tweed, short grey hair, looks like she can gut a rabbit in about 3 seconds. One of those sort of women came over and said, well, I admire, no, let me not misquote her. I want to protect the rights of trans women. I said, yes, I'm sure you've made it very clear that you want to protect the rights of men. And she said, no, I want to protect the rights of trans women. I said, well, I want to protect the rights of women. And I would have thought that was more appropriate in a women's party that's celebrating 100 years. That actually the one thing we do know is what a woman is. So that's how I got banned from that particular organization. I'm just trying to think of any more. I'm not allowed to advertise on Instagram. So Standing for Women, haven't tried adult human female yet. So I'm not allowed to advertise on Facebook or Instagram. But one thing that has come out, and I think it's a pleasing tale, but also of course, that makes good business sense, is that the TRAs have repeatedly tried to get my websites taken down. And as yet, they are holding firm. But as a backup, I'm going to need to spend a relatively large amount of money to ensure that if it happens, that we are ready with an instant backup. But that's, you know, that's exactly, that's where I am. So to reiterate, plan, I don't know, book a plane ticket. 2 women flew down for the day yesterday. Very grateful for them. There were women that came from Cumbria, Edinburgh, Aberdeen. There were women from the very east of the country, the very west of the country. It really was such a fantastic day. So I'm going to ask you all, if you can, and you need to have a good reason if you can't, but if you can, come to Speaker's Corner, 27th of June, midday. There will be a very warm welcome to any one of you who feels like maybe it's a massive step to come to one of these events, or maybe you just haven't been bothered before. Maybe you just thought they're a bit of a waste of time. But when you want to grow a movement, when you want to fight back enormously well-funded monsters, it's no good just reading bedtime stories. You really do have to be the hero of your own story. You have to have the courage of every person you've ever admired, and you have to have that courage of your own, and you have to use it. And then what happens is enough people get together that you become magnetic, and then the movement attracts more people and more people and more people, and eventually there's so many people that even the ones that just had no intention of ever getting involved just feel compelled to pick a side, and they're going to pick the side of truth and reality. They're not going to pick the other side, because they're finally going to understand that this whole thing of be kind is just a dream. It's nonsense. It's just words. There is no kindness in severing the breasts of a 12-year-old girl. There is no kindness in ruining the fertility of a teenage boy. There is no kindness in forcing children into regressive stereotypes. There is no kindness in telling children lies that they can change sex. There is no kindness in welcoming 6'2" massive blokes into women's spaces and sports and rights and clubs and institutions. There is no kindness in any of that. And eventually everybody wakes up, because one minute they're just being kind and inclusive, and the next minute they're out. They're cancelled. They're excluded themselves. And so it's very, very simple, this winning. It's very simple. All we have to do is continually tell the truth. And so I think one of the great steps, one of the great things about being amongst a load of people that feel the same as you, is that you can just speak. You don't have to say, I'm not transphobic, but. You don't have to say, I don't hate all men. You don't have to say, I'm speaking because I want everyone to be treated equally, or I want everyone to have rights. You don't have to talk like that when you're in amongst people, because we all know that we want everybody to be afforded human rights. Everybody that takes up this mantle, everybody that decides that this is their fight, they already want everyone to have equal rights. They just don't want women to lose theirs. They don't want women to cease to have equal rights. They don't want children's bodies to be mutilated. And so eventually, as this magnetic movement just attracts more and more people stop using language like the right side of history, unless they mean you, unless they've joined you. Eventually, we all get to the position of understanding that the reality is the side of those women that were first cancelled. That's the reality. The reality for most people is they don't want to be on the other side. They have no idea what the other side is all about, and they soon will. And so once we've grown big, we will win this culture war. We will win. The truth will out. And one of the reasons I'm absolutely sure that we will win is because I never lose.